What's going on, everybody? This is John Hester here, and I'm at Hester's Motorsports today, and I got something special for you. Everybody been waiting for this, for the Gen 2 zforce 950 Sport model 2-door. So what do we got for you today? We have the all-new, ready to order right now, Hester Edition Elka suspension in all 5 stages. I will have a video down in the description below called the Elka 5-stage breakdown. It shows all 5 stages and what you get on each stage, so you can pick what you want for personal tunability on the suspension. I build all 5 stages exactly the same, but you have higher potential with higher stages. It's up to you what kind of performance you want. You want stage 1 or you want God mode stage 5. So let's get into this real quick. This new suspension system absolutely changes this machine like you would not believe. It goes from driving like a buckboard wagon with the performance of a Geo Metro suspension wise. They got good power and good speed, great power, great speed, but the suspensions are like 2x4s. So we're going to take those 2x4s off and put in some trophy truck. On the zforce 950, I highly recommend 100% take that front sway bar off and throw it in the garbage. Trust me on this. You can try it with or without, that is up to you. The way I designed the suspension is with no sway bars at all, and it allows each shock to absolutely be used in its full potential individually. The sway bars hurt you. They keep you from being able to flex out and use the articulation correctly. So at least the front sway bar. Now the rear sway bar, that is up to you. If you drive a lot of asphalt and roads, try it with, try it without, get the feel you want. But even with no sway bars, the lateral control on these suspension is in a totally different world. You will never ever get rid of any body roll, but keep in mind, this is not a Corvette. It's not designed to land, be dead flat on asphalt. This is an off-road machine. The suspension is supposed to work. You got a lot of travel. So with our suspension, we maximize the potential that is in this machine. So the shock is longer, yes. You cannot run any brackets to this machine. So you can't run any type of a bracket, which you really don't want to run a bracket on a sport machine anyways. It's not about lifting it like a monster truck. It's about keeping it down like a trophy truck. You want your tires to set and be able to drop in and out of terrain. When you have that sucker jacked up, every single bump you're doing this because you have no down travel. So keep that in mind. You will gain some ride height with this, and you gain 35% more wheel travel. Yeah. So you're looking at a new machine with over 15 inches of wheel travel. You're welcome. So wheel travel is part of the equation. The magic happens inside the shock. The valving is absolutely key. I have custom pistons. I have 2-stage valving. This is what's called a speed sensitive suspension system. The faster that you drive the machine, the harder you push it, the more this smiles at you and says bring it on. The performance of it is in an absolutely different category. Oh my God, I can't tell you how much better it's going to ride. It's plush. It's not going to ride like an old 70s Cadillac. You're not going to have that boat feeling, but it's going to be plush. It's going to maintain its contact with the road. Tire contact, traction, handling, steering, all vastly improved on this system. So it's a totally different machine. We have a very good machine at an amazing value for money, and when you spend the money on a really good suspension system, you're taking this into a category that is almost double its price. So it is a totally different machine with our suspension. You gain some more ride height, yes. I do not set all sport machines I set up as a sport machine, not a big monster truck. We're not trying to put big monster tires. Now, with that in mind, keep in mind, I gain not only down travel, but I gain up travel too. So the biggest tire you're going to fit onto this machine is a 30-inch tire. If you're stuffing 32s on it, you're going to hit. That tire is going to hit up here. You're going to chew up your bodywork. So a 30-inch tire on this machine is the sweet spot. 30-inch tire, our suspension, bellissimo. Absolutely amazing. So getting rid of these 1.5-inch 2x4s for some awesome 2-inch Hester Edition Elkas is the key. All 5 stages are built identical. The higher the stage, the more tunability. Like I said, watch Elka 5-stage breakdown video in the description below. That explains. We give you the option to be able to pick and choose whatever you want. This is a stage 4. Stage 3, 4, and 5, big, massive reservoirs. Look at the reservoir compared to this little tiny, well, you can't even see it, but look at that little thing. It's like that big. And this setup actually works. So we have a tremendous amount of capacity of nitrogen and oil to vastly improve. If you're out in the deserts of Arizona, bombing in California, Nevada, Utah, and you're just putting your shocks through some rigorous, I would recommend 3, 4s, or 5s, mainly because you're vastly improving the lifespan in between, not lifespan of the shock's life, lifespan before shock fade. You can beat this sucker for hours before the shock starts to fade. So something to keep in mind. Watch that video for a lot of information. Now on the rear, the beautiful thing about the 60-inch wide sport machine is we have all the room that we need, and you do not have to run wheel spacers on this machine. So I always tell everybody, if you are restricted, your trails are 50-inch wide, you want to have a trail machine. But if your trails are not restricted, get the 60-inch wide machine. There's a lot more you get. And I'm telling you, it's like $1,500 more for the vehicle, but you are getting a 10-inch long travel, 5 inches on each side, longer arms, bigger shocks, longer shocks, more travel, more potential, better handling, better side load, better articulation. I mean, you can't buy a long travel for $1,500. You can't buy these parts for $1,500 to turn your trail into a sport. So if your trails are not restricted to 50-inch, like if you can drive 60 to 64-inch, trust me, go for the sport machine. Absolutely all day, every day. The trail model, it's a great machine, especially with our suspension. It handles amazing, but it's made for that 50-inch trail. So don't buy a 50-inch trail and be like, man, it's so tippy. I put 2-inch wheel spacers and 4+3 offset wheels, and now you pushed it out 3 inches on each side. You gained 6 inches. You're now 56 inches. Why didn't you just buy the 60? Come on, stupid is as stupid does. I'm just messing with you. Anyways, so back to the suspension. We add in some extra clearance. So you're gonna come up just a little bit. I got about 1 inch higher ground clearance than stock, and you know, you gain more clearance in your tire. So if you go from a 26-inch tire to a 30-inch tire, you're immediately gaining 1.5 inches more ground clearance. Trust me, I mean, this sucker has good ground clearance. It really does. So basically, you put a 30-inch tire, put a set of our shocks, do a clutch kit, pick your brand. I highly recommend R&G for sure on the brand, but the brand is up to you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you who to buy. I support everybody. I want everybody to succeed, so I'm not going to tell you don't buy from X, buy from Y. So just go from there. I'm just telling you my preference. Okay? I'm not going to get into clutching. So we gain quite a bit more wheel travel. We gain more down travel. Your tire is going to drop down more. Now your sway bar, this is your personal preference. Try it with and try it without the sway bar. I'm going to tell you drop the sway bars because this sucker is amazing without the sway bars. Let the suspension work 100% independently from left to right. The sway bar hurts you. What the sway bar does is when this wheel comes up like a couple inches, the torque on this limits how far that wheel's going to come up. So this is going to come up, and then the whole chassis is going to tilt. So if you're rock crawling and everything, your machine's doing this, and your suspension's barely working. The only way you can use the full travel of the machine with a sway bar is if you jump the machine and all 4 tires come off the ground and then hit the ground and compress equally on both sides. That's the only way you can use the travel with a sway bar. So keep that in mind. But I always say, try it with, try it without. But if you're off-road, your ruts, rocks, trails, all that stuff, get rid of them. Get rid of them. Its lateral stability is quite a bit better. I mean, if you bought an off-road machine to drive on the street every day, I mean, that's up to you. You could leave the sway bars on if you want, but it's an off-road machine, so keep that in mind. We set them up. We get all of your specs when you call into Hester's Motorsports, 575-445-3558, Tuesday through Saturdays. That's where you call the order. They're exclusive from us. You can't buy them from anywhere else. If you call up Elka and say, hey, I want Hester Edition shocks, or you just say, I want shocks for my Z950 Sport, they're going to tell you, we don't make them, John does. Call John. I treat you better anyways. Better price, free shipping in all of North America. It's a no-brainer. I take care of you. I give you better prices. I give you better deals. So, on everything. You want windshields or whatever, we take care of you. So, on this machine here, we're going to vastly improve the ride quality, vastly improve, oh my God, the performance is crazy. How you can drive the machine, it's not even in the same class. Not even in the same class. Suspension is the #1 upgrade that you should be doing. I mean, I have people like, well, I want to put big tires, I want to do this, and I want to do that. But then they go for a ride and say, oh my God, this thing is tippy, and it's because, they're riding with sway bars, or the shocks are rough, and you drive 50 miles, it feels like you went 12 rounds with Jesus, and he's just beat you up. Why not have a nice, comfortable ride, much higher quality of performance, increase of handling, increase of traction? The biggest performance upgrade you will ever do is put on a high quality shock. We've done all the work for you. Why would you want to try to do anything else? Hester Edition, nobody does the testing like I do. It's unbelievable. It's taken me quite a while, about a year of development in the Gen 2 shock. So now we have all 3 Gen 2 Z-forces covered. The Gen 2 Trail 800/950, the Gen 2 Sport 2-door, and the Gen 2 Sport 4-door. Give Hester's Motorsports a call, 575-445-3558, and turn your machine into God mode today. Now, make sure that you subscribe, hit that like button, click that notification bell. We have a tremendous amount of stuff that's coming down the pipe. My son's starting to work with me. We bought some drones. We're going to do more action shots. So we got a lot of stuff coming for our channel. So we'd love to have you come for the ride. Make sure you smash that subscribe button and come along for the ride. Thank you all for watching. God bless. And we'll see you out on the trails.